Hey everybody, it's Shaman Sister Sin, and you're listening to the Meditations and More podcast brought to you by littleshaman.org. That's me, Little Shaman. Today I wanted to talk to you about something called future faking. You may not be familiar with the term, but I bet you'll recognize it once you hear what it is, because it's very, very common in narcissistic relationships of all types. Future faking refers to future things the narcissist implies or promises that they never come through with in order to get what they want now. Sounds familiar now, right? An example of this would be, let's say that the narcissist in your life has done something terrible to you and you've decided that you're done. No more of this hamster wheel. You are tired of running in circles and jumping hurdles just for someone to still treat you like crap. That's it, goodbye. But wait, the narcissist says, I know I've done wrong and I know I've hurt you, but I'm going to do better. You'll see. I'll call a therapist tomorrow and start going to therapy. I swear. I want to get help because I don't want to hurt people anymore. I know I need help. Well, you're elated to hear that. Finally, this person sees the problem and is willing to do something about it. This is what you've been waiting to hear. So you capitulate. You give in. You say, yes, okay, I will come back. I'll stay. I'll try again. So you come back. You stay. You try again. And you wait. And you wait. And you wait. And you realize nothing has changed. Maybe they forgot to call the therapist 15 days in a row. Or maybe they did go, but all they did in therapy was talk about how horrible you are instead of their actual problems. This is an example of future faking. The narcissist is using promises of a wonderful future or something they'll do to get what they want now. Future faking is one of the most damaging and hurtful things that narcissists do. It doesn't matter the type of relationship, whether they're your mother or your husband or your sister or your child, it's hurtful and it's embarrassing. It's humiliating for people to have to face the fact that they believe the narcissist's promises even though reality itself proves that they shouldn't have. People will sometimes say they didn't really believe it, but if that's true, why are they upset that the narcissist didn't come through with it then? It's important to be honest with yourself here so that you can see how you were manipulated and why it worked. That's how you prevent it from happening again. This is a lot of times where narcissists get the reputation for being such master manipulators, but the truth is, it's not that hard to get somebody to believe something that they already want to believe. Yes, narcissists are definitely manipulators, and yes, it is absolutely wrong on every level. But the victim is also usually meeting them halfway, sometimes more than halfway. As we've said in many other videos, narcissists run their game on many people, virtually everybody, but it only works on a few. There's a reason for this, and it's not so much the narcissist's skill at manipulating, but rather the fact that the victim wants to believe them. For all their skill at manipulation, it won't work if people don't want to believe it. You can take the best manipulator on the planet, and if the people they're talking to don't want to believe them, they won't. And of course, people who love the narcissist want to believe them. They want to believe their loved one will change or be better because they want their loved one in their life. They want the relationship they've fantasized about. They want the husband they've been waiting for or the mother that they always dreamed about. There's nothing wrong with that. It can be hurtful, though, if reality doesn't support it. This is another reason narcissists are able to manipulate their victims. They know what you want to hear. And how do they know? You told them, probably repeatedly. This is not to say that what they're saying is a blatant lie. I mean, at times it undoubtedly is because plenty of narcissists are con artists. But other times they may mean every word. It's just that their feelings rule them. To the narcissist, feelings are facts. Truth and reality change with their mood. Therefore, any promise that's expected to be kept at a future time is virtually doomed to failure. How can someone be expected to keep a promise they made yesterday when they're a different person today? Dr. Jekyll made that promise, but you're talking to Mr. Hyde now. There's also the instant gratification factor. Recent studies have shown that narcissists focus on the reward in this situation more than anything else. This means that they may and often do agree to anything to get what they want. They may not realize or even understand the repercussions or consequences of what they're agreeing to, and they also may not put any thought into whether they actually want to do that. It's simply a means to an end, something they have to say to get what they want. So really, whether they're lying or not doesn't even matter. Chances are likely that any promise that's not supposed to come to fruition in the next 5 minutes probably not going to come to fruition at all. Pathologically narcissistic people live in an endless present, an endless moment of now. They may change their mind, their tune, their truth, or their persona at any minute, any second. Yesterday it was true, today it's not true. Yesterday they meant it, today they don't. There's no way to keep up with this or change it. There's no way to know if it's a purposeful lie or just a temporary truth that has now changed. And it doesn't matter anyway. Future faking happens because there's no real future with a narcissist either way. There is only the same old lies, same old problems, and the same old issues that never get resolved. Narcissists are great future fakers because they're fake in general. Their whole life is nothing but a fraud. It's a performance they're putting on to convince themselves that they're worth something. The pie in the sky promises of a great future or of a change and turning over a new leaf, they're not really for you. They're for the narcissist, either so they can get what they want or because promising these things makes them feel good. But the good feeling is all the narcissist wants. They generally don't want the actual responsibility of keeping these promises, nor have they considered how they will keep them. It's just something to say, like a child that walks around bragging they'll be famous one day. It makes them feel good and feel important to say it, and there really isn't much more to it than that. This is very hard for people to hear sometimes, especially because not only does it mean they have to accept that they were lied to, but they have to accept that the thing they were waiting for, the thing they took all this abuse for and jumped all these hurdles for, is never coming. Worse, it was never going to come. Just one more manipulation from someone who will do anything to get what they want. Often when people look back honestly over their relationship, they will see this happen not just once or a few times, but over and over and over again. I know this is a tough one for some people to hear, but nothing is tougher than living that lie and having the rug repeatedly pulled out from under you. It's better to face it for what it really is. Once you do that, it loses its power over you, and you can break out of the spell of your own hopes and dreams that you've been under for so long. You survived the abuse. You will survive the realization and the recovery. I hope this clears a few things up for you. As always, I look forward to your comments, questions, and suggestions, so please keep those coming. Thank you so very, very much. You've been listening to the Meditations and More podcast brought to you by littleshaman.org. That's me, the Little Shaman. May the Great Spirit bless you and have a wonderful day.